woke up with that Thule, what it do? Hi everyone, I'm Fūnk-é Joseph, a featured contributor at Fanbyte.com, and I'm joined by Nicholas Grayson, brand editor plus.
Hello. That's me. Hi.
Hello. And today, we're talking about Terminator 2. We're talking about KO, the new the new agent from Valorant. This guy is honestly super wild. His product description is a machine of war built for a single purpose, neutralizing radiance, which, if you're unfamiliar with Valorant, those are the superpowered people that you are playing as. So he really just looks like a training dummy gone Terminator mode. And he is very cool for that. Nikki, I know you have played Valorant in the past, so I wanted to talk to you about this guy. But first, I wanted to show you a little video that I whipped together. To show you all the cool things that KO can do. Let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right.
Whoa. Oh, shit.
So yeah, that's a little bit of a taste of what.
Hey, Fūnk-é, I think Valorant looks a little different from what I remember. Seems like there's kind of a lot of luck going on the screen now.
Yeah, they changed it. They changed a lot.
Damn, some of these kill effects are kind of wild.
Yes.
The music seems different too.
It really does. Yeah, so Nikki, do you have any questions about this character?
Yeah, I have kind of a few questions about this guy.
Do you want to do an ability breakdown? Like we could do a little walkthrough.
Do an ability breakdown because I didn't see you throw a knife and a bubble appeared like in Halo. So what's that about?
Okay, yeah. So KO's abilities. I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough. I'm gonna start us off with his grenade, which is called Fragment. You pick up an explosive grenade, fire to throw, classic shooter stuff. There's like an overhand toss and an underhand toss. They both like start and stop at the same time, so there's no real change to the projectile. But yeah, I think this is the closest thing to like just a regular ass grenade they added to the game.
Yeah, in the game. Yeah, because this is something that I felt like Raze would have had at launch, and then I started to play as Raze, and I was like, oh, so they gave the explosive one, they didn't just give her a grenade.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they
yeah, her thing kind of explodes and turns into fireworks in the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next ability here is the flash bang, which is the Q. The left click, I think it actually fires later, as opposed to the right one, which goes way faster, like 0.6 seconds faster. So if you're like trying to go around a corner, you can really just, I don't know, surprise folks.
Right. And I was gonna ask, like, so much of this game, if you're just like watching this and this is like your first time seeing anything from Valorant, so much of Valorant is based on these abilities and restricting vision and being able to control your angles of attack, especially as you breach and enter stuff. This is this character class is like an infiltrator, is that what they're called?
Yeah,
like they start fights, right? Initiator.
Yeah.
Right.
So this character,
so you like follow this person and then
this one is the one like leading us into the fight the whole time. And yeah, I think he's really cool already because it seems like his whole thing is just shutting down all of the other agents.
Right.
So it really works for like people who've been added to the game since launch, like Killjoy and Astra, who have a lot of things you can put on site and a lot of things that can mess people up when they're trying to push in. He, as you'll see from his other abilities, just completely makes those things irrelevant and walks onto site pretty easily.
Yeah, so what's that knife bubble combo? What are you holding? What's happening there? Yeah.
A knife, yeah. So this this is 0 Point, very cool name. It's a suppression blade. So you can equip it, you can run around with it, you can fire to throw. And this blade, it sticks to any surface, so it can stick to walls, it can stick to the ground, and there's a little bubble as you saw the radius, and anyone in that radius gets suppressed and can't use abilities for like 10 seconds, I think it is. Yeah, and
so it's a little like KJ's ult, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
isn't that what her ult does? It locks you out for a longer period of time. It's like 20 seconds or something.
And Killjoy's is, I think, more punishing as well, because suppression only makes the abilities like absent, but the Killjoy's ult makes you not able to shoot at all. So people that are suppressed can still like pull out their gun and shoot you, which is something that has happened to me a lot, because I was like, in my time playing him, I was like, oh, like they're suppressed, let me run in, but they like still have the gun.
Yeah, they still have gun.
They do still have gun, which they don't like to tell you, but it is a real thing. Yeah, and his last move here is the ultimate, which is very, very cool. It's called Null Command. So you instantly overload and you start emitting radionite energy. So this blast that's coming out of my body, like that suppresses people as well. So this is a really good.
So you're mobile. That's really cool.
Yes, this is a really good entry tool that got me so excited when we were playing, because it catches so many people who rely on those abilities like completely off guard. I was playing Viper and KO on the enemy team ulted and ran up at me while I was trying to like do my setup with all the smokes, and I just couldn't do anything, and I was like, oh my god. Like,
well, damn.
My character's useless. Yeah. Very, very wild character, but yeah, I'm pretty excited that he's in the game, because he seems just like Astra and like Killjoy, really upsetting what people are so used to with this game, and the patterns that people fall into just with playing their characters. Like, everyone is going to have to play differently now that this character's in the game.
Right. Yeah, and speaking like to that, I absolutely fell off this game a little bit, and honestly, watching some of this gameplay, I was like, oh, Valorant good, huh? But I am very curious, is like how have you felt the game's community has been? Like, what do you think? Do you think folks are happy? Do you think Riot is like adding characters or adding agents and adding maps at a clip that is like appropriate and feels like there's new stuff in the game? Like, how do you feel about the state of Valorant right now?
I'm pretty satisfied with it. I didn't fall off completely, but I have like stopped playing as regularly, because I think I kind of like I got into the game and I understood what it was about, and as I was saying earlier, you fall into those loops where you're like, okay, I'm playing this character like this. But yeah, sometimes the pressure too, because Valorant is pretty high pressure. I was just like, I want to play something more chill. But this game is really great in bursts. I think right now, at the rate that Riot is releasing agents is really good and surprising. Like, I didn't even expect a new character to be announced like around E3 and then come out tomorrow. Which is pretty bonkers. But it does speak to what they've learned from League of Legends, their MOBA that came out before Valorant. Like, they started...
Tiny indie game.
Tiny indie MOBA. You might have heard of it. But yeah, they originally didn't have too many characters in that game, and slowly it felt like we're adding characters like 7 months or maybe a year. But now with League of Legends, it's like every 2 months at least there's either a complete revamp of a character, new moves and everything, or a full new character. So it seems like their teams are very dedicated to getting that just like constant injecting new play into the atmosphere, so people are never bored. The downtime is like what, a couple months for these guys, which is not a lot of time to like get used to things, which is a part of the fun of these games that are live and constantly getting patched and changed. But yeah, I think it spices things up very, very well.
Yeah, nice. This is like, a thing that I think when I dropped off was before they started adding a bunch of folks, because I think when I fell off was right when they added Reyna, or like somewhere in there. And I don't know, there's just like, it seems like now a lot of my frustrations with this game were like, I feel like I don't have the tools that I would like to kind of counter some of this stuff. But especially over the course of the last couple of months with Killjoy and this robot lad, it seems like there's a lot of counters, which I'm kind of excited about messing around with maybe.
Yeah, like Killjoy, as you mentioned, they added a whole new layer of kind of not even having to be there and having your stuff defended, but yeah, KO kind of just walks through all of that. Like, if you ult and walk onto a site with Killjoy has like her alarm bot and her turret set up, they're gone, and Killjoy's just Killjoy. And I think it works the same as if they have mollies as well. Like, I know a common Killjoy strat was to put a couple of bombs on the spike itself, so when people defused it, they could just like go off and like prevent people from defusing. But with KO, like, that mechanic's kind of just gone. If positioned properly with an ult or his knife, she can't do that at all. So like that forces Killjoy's players to play different.
Absolutely. I have one question then, because does this, when KO uses that ability, the knife or their ult, does it destroy the things or does it just disable them? So like if I walked past the turrets and I like the radius like left the range of that turret, does the turret come back or is it destroyed?
That is a great question. From what I've seen in game, it depends on what you are suppressing. Like, I'm pretty sure Bombbot from Raze, like that explodes when it's in contact. But I think for turret, like, it's just disabled for as long as the suppress is out. So like for a little while after, it doesn't really work. Another feature that I did not mention yet, but a really, really cool part of his ult is that it gives him a res. Like, if he gets knocked down, if he gets knocked down while the things are pulsating, like, he can be picked up by a teammate, which is the first time that this mechanic is in the game. It's like a thing in other shooters, but like not in a tactical shooter like Valorant. So when I was playing, I didn't have a chance to actually use this properly because I was playing with a bunch of British pros, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I noticed that when you are knocked down, you're down for like 10 seconds or so, and can be picked up. And I think it's like
that's really interesting.
A 5-second pickup. But yeah, if you are the one also as an initiator going in and like making those first shots and probably getting shot first, it's a very cool thing to have in your back pocket. So like if your team clears it out, they can just pick you up and you're back.
Yeah, that's why I play Phoenix. Or that's why I used to play Phoenix, was because it gave me that ult gave me another life basically. And that's why I basically didn't learn how to play anybody else, because I was like, I want the guy that keeps me two guys.
You gotta be honest, it was also the voice actor, right? Like,
it was a got it.
I'm gutted.
Does this guy have any cool lines? What's his whole vibe?
His whole vibe is kind of just a robot. I
see.
Yeah, I wasn't as impressed by the voice lines, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he just says, "Okay, affirmative, nice, good job." Like, kind of just...
Does he talk to Cypher and he's like, "You're my robot brother"?
I think he said one line to Killjoy, but yeah, I do think he has like agent-specific quips, like the other characters, which I'm excited to like see in game, because that's another fun thing that they do for this.
Yeah. Do you think, and maybe unless you have anything else, maybe after this we can get out of here, but do you think they're gonna get Overwatch disease where they end up adding so much on top of it that it becomes unsustainable? Because like, how does League, I guess I like don't know jack shit about how League of Legends works. I assume all the guys are still in there, right? They don't take guys out.
No, they don't take guys out.
But they like they will change them.
They will
like,
change
pretty
a guy,
dramatically.
From like a completely different character, basically, but the same look.
Right. I see. Yeah. So do you think that pathway that Riot has kind of been working on is going to continue, or do you think that there's something about the hero shooter genre that is endemic enough to make it hard?
Yeah, I think from the way that they're going right now, it seems like they have a good handle of things. I also, the next patch that's going live with KO is nerfing a bunch of characters, specifically their abilities. So I think that they noticed the Overwatch disease, as you were saying, kind of too much going on at once, where it gets too overwhelming, and they're trying to focus a bit more on the shooting elements and just like the basics of a tactical shooter. So I think that's nice. I mean, not good for me because I'm not good at aiming and shooting, and I really rely on abilities. But I think for like the game as a constant and something they want to keep going over the years, that's a very good move.
Yeah, that is interesting to hear you say, because I remember in that pre-release event that John, Dylan, and I went to like a month or whatever before the game came out, they were like, at no point will any hero's ability prevent you. If they were like, basically like, if you're a better shot than the other person, no hero's ability will prevent you from killing them if you have the skills to defeat them. So it is very interesting to see that they are like, oh, we might have gotten away from that tenet a little bit. So they're kind of course correcting. Yeah. That's pretty interesting, and something that Overwatch absolutely did not do. They were like, what if we just kept adding guys?
Yeah,
instead?
And then they did this, and then this, and then this.
Yeah.
Before we wrap, I want to do kind of a quick question shoot. I went out on social media and got some questions from some great people. Yeah, so let's get to some questions. The combat stim attack, is it speed or attack damage? So I'm pretty sure this one works like Brimstone's. So it boosts the fire rate bonus, and also I think that's it. Faster reload speed, faster fire rate, and weapon swap, and also recoil recovery. So no, I don't think it boosts the damage, but kind of everything surrounding just gunplay. Res mechanic, just how it works, I guess. It comes with the ult and is only active while your ult is active. You can get down, and then you can be revived after by teammate walking up to you and picking you up. There's a few seconds for that pickup animation as well. How does the ult EMP work? Yeah, it kind of radiates off of KO while he is walking around. So it kind of makes him, like a really offensive character for a few seconds that really shuts down everyone, which is very cool. Got another question. Is he the Terminator? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, I think.
Can the EMP hit teammates? No, not at all. That would be very annoying. I'm glad that it can't.
They should.
Imagine tilting someone and they just start disabling all of your abilities from the start of the round to the end.
Yeah, that would be incredible. That sounds great to me.
We have another question. How much can he lift? Nikki, I kind of want to throw this to you. How much do you think this guy can lift?
Like at least 30 stone.
30 stone. You heard it here first, folks. 30 stone. Why does he have a six-pack is another question.
He has a six-pack?
He does.
Why does he have a six-pack?
It is a great.
He's a robot. He doesn't need it. What? Why would they do this? We could make them look like anything, and instead we chose to make them look like us. For what?
I'm snapping.
Make you think, doesn't it?
You just spit. Nikki, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
I
have to re-download this game. They got candy canes in it now. You didn't tell me at all about how they went a little Fortnite, and we're like, well, what if it wasn't even a knife at all?
They do that. They're having a lot of fun with the cosmetics, which is fun, but also bad for the wallet.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me on Fūnk-é.
Of course. Nikki, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Godsewa, GODSEWA, and also obviously at Fanbyte Media. Jack won't give us at Fanbyte, so you've got to put the word media at the end of it.
Jack, we're gunning for you. You can find me on Twitter at Fūnk-é, and you can check out the other videos on our YouTube channel as well, and check out our streams on Twitch. If you liked what you watched, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and tell a friend.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell! Later, gamers.
Bye.